I would be a buyer of the stock at this level, I must say, because I do believe it's becoming a very focused business now. It's a chemical business, as we know, but it's also got the paint side. That's doing quite well. So
let's just talk about the acrylics business that it's just got out of. And how important was that business? It's trying to get rid of the sort of bulk side, isn't it?
It was, that's right, yes. It's got to become focused. It's been for far too long, really, almost like a conglomerate. And I would have said that at this sort of level, it was actually quite attractive. It's on a PE of about 19 times earnings as well. And you've got the FTSE as a whole,
that's
on about
price
23
earnings
times price earnings, that's right, yes.
Non-business viewers.
Yeah, so, and a yield of 5%, so it does look very attractive to me. I think they're doing quite a good job of turning it round.
Is there any more, though, to sell?
To sell of the business? Yes, there'll be some bits and pieces there, but they've sold the bulk of it now. They've sold the bits that they really wanted to get rid of, and they've got quite good prices for them as well. I think they've done some quite keen deals.
So we could expect to see some smaller operations.
The only downside on this one, Tanya, is, of course, it does get quite a lot of its earnings from overseas, and the dollar is one.
Well, this was a Belgian-based company that it's just sold.
That was, yes, but it still has some overseas earnings from the US. And that could, in fact, cause it a little bit of a problem. But outside of that, I'm very happy about it.
All right, let's move on to Tarmac. We're expecting some interim profits there today.
Yep.
We're expecting just about £68 million.
Yeah, 68, 69 million.
That compares to what last time round? That's better, isn't it?
It is better, yes. They, in fact, also have done quite well. They've been strategically buying one or two businesses recently. Last month, in fact, they bought the Marley Paving for £26 million. Yesterday, they paid £9 million for an asphalt business down in Greenwich. So again, that seems to be doing quite well.
Right, but it's demerged part of its business, its construction services business.
That's right, yes. Carillion now, yes.
So again, becoming more focused then?
Very much focused. I think that's the name of the game with a lot of these companies now, yes.
You may say that, but it seems to go in trends, doesn't it?
It does. I think there have been one or two companies that have started that trend off, and of course, Tarmac have latched onto that.
And there's plenty of scope, you think, on our shores for this type of business?
Yes, I do, yeah.
OK, let's move to P&O. Again, they're trying to restructure their business and go back to cruises. I guess people associate the name with cruises anyway.
They do, yeah, very much.
What are they selling on?
Cruises and ferries. Lord Sterling has done a fantastic job with this company. I mean, it's all about management, really, and he's been a first-class manager. And they've sold off some properties. They're looking as well to sell off £2 billion worth of more properties as well. They've sold off Earls Court and Olympia just last week for £185 million to Candover. But
and Bovis, of course.
And Bovis, of course, was the real classic where that was going to be floated. And Lord Sterling has said, well, we've done a deal here where we felt it was better to do a trade sell to get real value. I suspect the truth is that the market really didn't have much appetite for Bovis.
It sold it to an Australian company for £285 million. The question is, could it have done better by floating it?
The answer is probably not in these markets. I think it's a very good deal that's being done, a very wise deal. And in fact, there's actually a little bit better than 285 million, because by the time you extract the cash from Bovis as well, there's some cash in there as well, that's going to add about another 30 million to it. So I think it's actually a very good deal that he's done there.
Now, again, the share price has gone up something by, what have I got, 70%
70% over the last 12 months, yeah. More to go for, I would say. Cruises are doing very, very well.
You're very bullish on the market, given that everybody's worried about rate rises.
Bullish about certain stocks, actually, Tanya, rather than the market.
Excellent. Tony, thanks very much indeed for joining us this morning. OK, let's look at the day's other business stories now. House prices fell 0.1% in September, according to Britain's largest mortgage lender, the Halifax. Now, that brought the annual rate of increase down from August's 10-year high of 9.4% to 8.8%. Now, the markets slowed down after a surge of buying in the spring, triggered by the sharp falls in interest rates last winter. A leading figure in the pensions industry has called on the government to raise the age at which you can claim a state pension from 65 to 70. The chairman of the National Association of Pension Funds said that improvements in health and diet meant that we're all living longer, and so we should be encouraged to work until 70 to cover the extra costs of a longer retirement. OK, let's turn to what's happening in the newspapers this morning. We start off in the Daily Mail. This is Andrew Alexander writing here, and he's looking at the United Business.
Solid flavour. That